G'day guys, welcome to Scotch Down Under. I'm Ken.
I'm Carly.
And I'm the cue ball.
And today, we've got another bottle that you decided that you had to buy.
And I am really, really happy about
Me
this.
too. So we're going to Japan for the Hibiki Harmony. We've been buying a few gins and stuff when we bought the Roku gin, and they also do a vodka. They do a Roku vodka.
Haku vodka.
Just a
Haku.
Haku. Oh, okay. So it's the
Roku
Haku.
is the gin.
Yeah.
Haku is the vodka.
Yes.
Yes, and then we went into the bottle shop and you bought the Glen Grant 10-year-old.
I did.
This one up here. And you said, I have to have that as well.
Yes.
Yes. So Hibiki Harmony is under Beam Suntory. It's 43% ABV, and it's actually a blended whiskey. And it's a blend of Hakushu,
Yamazaki and Cheetah.
and Yamazaki was the first Japanese distillery.
Was it early 20s, mid 20s?
Yes. Yeah, like
1920,
1920. Yeah, 1920. Yep. Yeah. No, not this 20.
No.
And then, yeah, Hakushu was only just like in the 80s. They haven't been around for that long.
No, not as
Yep.
long.
And this has only come out in, what, 89?
89 this was first released.
Yep. Cool little white box.
Splash of colour on the lid.
Yep.
There's texture in it. There's grain in it. It's like it's a handmade
Yeah.
type feel to it.
It has that real feel of they've spent time on it. They really decided to. They're not just going to bring out a cardboard box. They actually want to bring some elegance to the product. Yep. And then of course you've got the character on there, which really nice, stands out. But then we open it up.
This is the best bit about this bottle. It's just, I mean, the way it's put together, it's graceful, it's stylish, it's classy, but the bottle itself, it looks like a decanter.
It is.
That's one of the things I love about it.
Yeah. Like you say, it is one of those ones that once you finish it, you're not going to chuck this away. You're going to keep this. You're going to make it a decanter. You're going to put your infinity bottle in it. You're just going to keep it on the shelf because it is a stunning example of real craftsmanship. And
Yeah. I do have a couple of empties sitting in the cupboard.
yeah, we've got an empty sitting there. I mean, that character that we're talking about on the box is frosted into the label on the top there. And it's a beautiful, big, thick, clear glass piece. Oh, it's just absolutely stunning.
And the shape of the bottle, the 24 facets on the face are in relation to the 24 seasons in the Japanese calendar, which
Yep.
just, encompasses the whole theme of harmony again.
Yeah, and there's a nice bit of information there all about the traditional Japanese calendar with the different seasons and how it embodies all those characteristics, and there's something about Renaissance in Japanese. Yeah, awesome stuff.
It's like greeting an old friend.
It is.
But there's rich caramel, oak,
Maple syrup.
Maple
and
syrup.
there's some fruit there. Probably some fancy Japanese fruit, but I can't put my finger on it as to actually what it is.
I think they actually, when I was looking at this last night, they actually say a hint of Mizunara Japanese oak cast, but I have no idea what that is by itself.
Well, Japanese oak,
Yeah.
obviously.
You know, if we smell eucalyptus, we know what that's like. But if you smell
Yeah.
Mizunara oak,
Yeah, I mean, it's like, we know what sandalwood smells like.
Yeah, that's right.
We know what Jarrah smells like.
but a Mizunara, no idea. Yeah, there's so much going on in the glass.
This is genuinely one of those whiskies that you could sit and just stick your nose in it for an hour
Yep.
and maybe just have the tiniest little sip here and there, but you're just going to keep nosing it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have that. It's not quite. It's more than caramel. It's like a syrupy,
Real thick.
richness.
Yeah, yep. And I'm
Is,
getting...
is it? I mean, if it is actually possible, there is like a thickness in the aroma, almost.
Yeah, well, I was thinking creamy at the beginning. I was like, it's real creamy. And... Yeah. Yeah, doing the elbow trick.
Just neutralise the senses so I can dive back into it and get it all again.
Yep.
Spice apple.
There's only spiced apple.
Spiced apple.
Yeah, spiced apple. Yeah, yeah. I was going to
There's-
say
You know how
vanilla
they
bean.
You stick like cloves in an apple, and then you
Ooh.
bake it,
And then...
and
Yeah.
the smell comes through the house when you're baking an apple with cloves stuck in it. Just smells
So
like-
that
Yeah.
that really
Yep.
subtle spice about it almost.
Yep,
Yeah.
just wafting through with the
Yep.
fresh apple. Yep, I'm getting that.
There are literally only a handful of whiskies that I have that moment of when I smell it of just like, just leave me alone for 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'll just be in my little corner by myself with
and-
my glass and I'll be
Oh,
happy.
seriously, you just want people to leave you alone for 10 minutes so you
Yeah.
can just dive into it and enjoy it.
Getting that baked
It's
spice
but,
apple.
there's a
Yeah.
myriad of fruit in there. Like
Yeah.
I obviously like I've got to relate it to what I
Dried
know, but
apricot.
There's a sweet fruit.
there's almost a hint of kiwi in that for me.
That could be the sweet bit.
It was something melony,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, like a honeydew.
not a honeydew, no, but a melon type.
All right.
Yeah.
We better do it.
Yeah, we can't just sit here and smell a whiskey all night.
Well, we could, but yeah.
Just sweet, but nothing sickly. Just a really pleasant amalgam of sweet flavors like that. That syrupy caramel is still there, but the fruit is still there. It's more creamy rather than oily. Mm-hmm. But again, there's that thickness to it.
It is a
And
real
the texture.
It's like, yeah, it's definitely full cream. Not none of that cheap nasty stuff. This is pure, rich, thick cream.
Like a heavy double cream.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm going for a little bit. I'm
But-
getting a little bit of sandalwood.
For the sake of what we do, I know I have to. I've gotten into a habit of adding more water.
Just to open it up. Yep. I can't stop sniffing it. It just smells so good.
Oh, this is where you need like one of those classic,
Apple cider.
classic little port pipes.
Yeah.
So you could just sit there and sip it with the glass at your
Right
nose.
up your nose. Oh, that'd be great. I'd have to get one of those neck things just to hold it there.
Either that or a really low chair so you can just have it on the table.
Just lounge forward.
I'm getting more of that spice and
And more spicy
woodiness.
wood, yeah,
in the,
spicy wood.
So the
Yeah.
honey is, the sweetness has subdued on it.
Yep.
The woods come right, the oaks come right out, isn't it?
Yep. No, I'm getting the same thing. All that light, florally, fruity stuff has gone down, and that, yeah, all that darker, richer stuff is coming up.
And the classic citrus note is really starting to come through that you get from a lot of Japanese stuff. Oh, wow.
Me personally, on the approach, it's thinned it right out. But the finish,
It doesn't stop.
no. Like, I'm like, the finish, oh, that's, I got this, I got this, I got that, and it's still going. I had to stop. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many things, like ding, 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 ding. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the mouthfeel on the approach when you swallow it. It's thinned it right out, but that finish is really... There's a whole stuff going on in the tongue there.
I think this is one that you definitely have to say, even though adding a little water to it does change it up, gives it a slightly different feel, don't.
You don't need to. I mean, it's 43, isn't it? Yeah, it's 43.
Yeah.
It really doesn't need it. But it is good to explore because that finish has really changed.
Obviously, that goes without saying. But
Yeah.
the thing is,
You don't need to.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I can smell cherry.
Cherries? Okay.
Even when I just drank it then, I could taste cherry going through.
Are you talking fresh cherries or glazed? Or...
No, your fresh cherries going just...
Straight out of the punnet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Now comes the real question, doesn't it?
Yes. You know how much you paid because
Yes.
well, we both know because we went in there and then
Yes.
we talked to you recently and your mouth dropped.
In all honesty, I haven't actually even looked at it on the shelf in some time. And to be honest, I was almost disgusted by the current price. But I would still pay it.
We did.
Yes, we did. But every time we went in, I was always looking at it. There was never any price, but I was always looking at it, lying, do I, don't I, do I? And then I just went, blow it, I'm just going to do it.
And are you glad that you've done it?
Yes, I
Yeah.
am glad.
So,
Would you buy it again?
Yes, I would buy it.
even though it is $199.
Yes.
So you're looking at 200 big ones.
Just to clarify how much that has changed, that first bottle that I bought about 5 years ago, it was on a deal,
Yep.
but I paid $110 for it.
Yeah. And the last one we bought for the whiskey group, that was like 130-ish.
Yeah.
And that was only a couple of years ago.
Well,
So-
that was actually less than 12 months ago. So
Yeah.
there you go. In 12 months, it's jumped by $60, $70.
Yep. And the Japanese stuff across the board has done exactly that. The
Yeah.
prices, the demand is so high for the Japanese products. The 12 and 17, they're
Yeah.
gone. So, and it's becoming really hard to get a lot of the Japanese stuff. So yeah, the price is pretty jacked up, which is a shame.
Our import duties and taxes on alcohol
We get
play
we
a
get hurt.
big. Well, we get shafted in tax.
Yep.
But you know what? I'd still pay it.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah. Well, when we ran out of that last bottle, I'm like, oh, I missed that one. I'd keep going back to it and popping it out, and I was like, oh, there's a tiny little, there's like half a milliliter in there, and I'm like, so yeah, this is and when you said you wanted some, I'm like, oh yeah.
But then the drawer just went,
Yeah.
All right. So out of 10.
Yeah, it's a hard one. I mean, I love this stuff, but that price really hurts. So without the price being a factor, I would give this a 9.6 all day.
Even with the current price,
Yeah, I think I'd
This-
still give that.
this is still a 9.5 for me.
Yeah.
If this was still down under 150 a bottle,
Oh, 9.8.
would be 9.8.
Yeah.
No
Too easy.
question about
Too
it.
easy.
But it's a solid 9.5. The greatest special occasion in treating yourself to a whiskey is
your birthday.
no,
No.
because you can.
Yes. Now.
Exactly.
Any time. There is no point in letting it rust on them, get dusty on a shelf.
No.
Because tomorrow could be your last day.
Well,
Yep.
that's it.
Have a dram.
Exactly.
Yep. There's no
Drink the good stuff. Have the cake.
Just
Just do it.
do it.
Well, I am going to give it a 9.6.
9.6 as well. Okay.
9.6.
That's with the price.
Even with the price.
Okay. And that's for someone who hasn't. This is like your 4th or 5th whiskey you've ever had.
About that.
There you go. So yeah, we kind of like this stuff.
And again, I really do wish it was more affordable. But I mean, let's put it this way: at $200, right? Would I rather this, or would I rather push the hype, pay the extra $25, and buy a bottle of Johnny Blue? Hell no!
No
I'm
way.
buying this.
I'm buying this all day, every day.
I'm buying this.
Yeah. No, I would I'd never even think twice. If this was next to a Johnny Blue and the same price, I'm grabbing this every single time.
A $200 blend?
Hell
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No.
And I'm glad that I finally bit the bullet
And got one.
and bought one.
So am I.
Yeah, me too.
We'll drink to that.
We'll drink to
Yeah.
that. So, till next time, have a good one.
Especially when you first-
Excuse. I had to get that out. It was building up.